Been in the trade probably about 25 years. You wouldn't believe it, young looks. But my first job was actually collecting glasses and sorting bottles in my father's hotel in Trim in County Meath.
I actually started off working in the Larenses Inn, and I started off actually being a kitchen porter, progressed to being a cook, and ended up being shoved out into the bar on a busy day and being told, this is how you pull a pint, get on with it. Simple as, that is just how it all started.
Roughly about 9 years now, as a glass collector in McHugh's and Drogheda.
The worst part has to be cleaning up expelled bodily fluids from urine, faeces and vomit.
The reaction, the change in people when they become drunk in this country.
Probably the unsociable hours. You know, we have to work Christmas Eve when everyone else is out enjoying themselves. Saturday night, Sunday, just we work when everyone else is playing. Probably on the flip side of that coin, it's a very sociable job, so we're enjoying ourselves when we're working, buzzing off other people, etc., etc. Basically, yin and yang, we get the good with the bad, you know.
The social interaction of it's a very social job, especially with the people you're working with. Like, it's a job, it's not like any other job, you know what I mean? It's not the same kind of atmosphere. Like, your job is literally being in a nightclub or a bar, so your job is you're being paid to be on a night out, essentially.
The best part is the crack and the banter and the social interaction with customers, staff. Just, you know, on a daily basis, just having a laugh with the regulars or even new customers, you know, just getting to know people.
Absolutely. They've changed an awful lot. I think the Irish drinker definitely drinks less in a pub. They've become more discerning. Craft beers, wines, they expect a lot more. And they drink a lot more at home, which is not necessarily a good thing for our business, but I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing either for the youth of today. They don't know when to stop.
Yeah, it has. It's massively changed. Like, it's changed from a culture a few years ago where people would go out. They'd go out fairly early to the pub, firstly, probably 8 or 9. They'd meet up with all their friends. They'd stay there for the night. They'd be there until maybe 11:30, 12 when the nightclub's open, and then they'd move on. And that was kind of the general culture. Whereas now they're drinking at home. They're pre-drinking. They're not coming out to pubs until probably, if at all, coming to pubs, going straight to nightclubs for 1 o'clock, 1:30. It's just people just don't have the money.
No, I think they still drink as much. They mightn't go to the pub as much, but they still drink as much, whether it be, you know, at home. There seems to be a lot more house parties, and I think that all came in 1999, 2000 with the millennium. It broke a lot of people when they kind of hiked up the prices of entering pubs and that, and people now have more house parties on occasions, the likes of Good Friday, the likes of New Year's Eve, different occasions, but it is where they would have went to the pub, they now kind of have it at home. People definitely lose their inhibitions in different ways, depends on the person. Some people sing, some people dance, some people strip, some people get contrary and start rows. So yes, people do lose their inhibitions.
Some people become more rude, some people become more open with other people. Some people just, I know people that I'd see come in and their personality completely changes. They could be a perfectly nice, quiet person who would be polite and courteous, and then once they have a few drinks in them, they become arrogant, they become rude, they can be slightly sexist towards women. There's just a massive change.
Absolutely. We all do. We talk more, people take off their clothes. Yes. Genuinely, it was a man with a prosthetic leg crawling out of the pub because he lost his leg.
Several people being taken away in ambulances for various reasons. Either people being glassed, people drinking themselves to the point where they're unconscious, people drinking to the point where they've fallen and hurt themselves, attacks out in the street, various number of occurrences.
It's a long time ago, but there was a young girl out one night and she couldn't stand falling in the toilets, vomiting. Just, it was a couple of hours of trying to get her around. And, you know, we had to keep her there because she was in that much of a state that we couldn't even send her home in a taxi. So that was, you know, a couple of hours of you not behind the bar, trying to look after this young girl, trying to bring her around, trying to get her right, and then trying to get her home safe. That can be an issue.
Several, but it would be mainly between either staff that I've worked with or from working in hotels and weddings and things like that, and kind of the better side of the hospitality industry rather than working in nightclubs and things where it's a lot less likely that anything significant that would be memorable would happen.
When you go out with your work colleagues on a staff night, you know, and you all get to relax and chill out and lose your own inhibitions and have a bit of fun. I think they're always good memories, no matter when or what, or through the years, they're all good memories.
Yes, absolutely. Loads of good memories, just an abundance. Where do I start? People I became friends with, people I fell out with. One lady who thought I was the glass collector when I owned the premises, and she drank quicker just so I'd keep my job because I told her I was new, because she didn't know me. I was only after buying the pub. Stuff like that. There's just no end of little stories, but you'd take all day. I have my finger in a few other pies, so yes and no. I do like this business, but I have other businesses as well, so it's impossible. It's very demanding.
I think with the way the trade was years ago, it could be a job you could stay in until you reach those later stages of your life. But I think with the way things are going now and how fast-paced Barwork is expected to be, it's been very much seen as a young person's job now. So I don't think it's a job that I would be staying in until retirement age.
That I couldn't really answer because no one knows what's around the corner. We don't know what's going to happen, but I do feel if I'm in a job, it will be social. It will be working with people, because I just think I'm a people person, and whether it be in a pub trade or in a care environment, I do feel I'd be working with people somehow. I suppose there is, and then I suppose it depends on the pub. I suppose it depends. If it's only a little local bar and there's you know, people working there and it's not as heavy duty as such, I think they could probably stay there till they're 70 or 80. But when it's a busy bar or maybe a disco bar or that, I think you do need younger, I'm not saying young, but you know, an able-bodied person.
Earlier this year, I had a gentleman who had been drinking, not on this premises, but was definitely drunk, had tried to break into my car, and the brick that he was using to break into my car bounced off the glass and smashed him in the face.